The biggest challenge is actually going to be making sure they have the workforce that they need to fill all the jobs that are being created. So here we are, we are number one in job creation in Canada. 57,000 net new jobs in the province. We have a booming construction sector. We have big plans to continue to invest in capital in the province. So that means that we have a problem. It's actually a good problem to have, which is how do you find the workers? And I think that's the number one challenge, that the economy is going so well that we need to think about how we can make sure we find enough people to fill all the jobs. You look at housing permits, for example, they're up at 2007 levels for the first time, which at 2007 levels is pretty good. So that's not bad in the Lower Mainland. But add to that the infrastructure investments that the government is making, continuing to make with Port Mann as one example, but then, the George Massey Tunnel and the completion of the Trans-Canada Highway to the Alberta border. Add to that potentially 5 pipelines and 5 liquefied natural gas plants on the coast. I mean, you're talking about a huge building boom in British Columbia. So we're investing $75 million just for a start in skills training in the province, so that we can get more young people into the trades, so that they'll be available to be able to take on some of those jobs. It's there are really big things happening here with all the investment that's flowing in. We have to make sure we stick to our plan, though. And this has been we set out the plan a year ago. We've stuck to it, and we're starting to see these real results now. But we have to keep sticking with it, because none of these things, I don't think, are inevitable. 300,000 more people living on the south side of the Massey Tunnel over the next 20 years. So, it's going to be commuter craziness, I think. But more, just as importantly, the Massey Tunnel is a vital economic link for our province, because at the end of the Massey Tunnel, at the south end of the tunnel, is Deltaport and all of those the facilities out there on the coast. Well, we need to make sure that that trucks and goods movement can move unimpeded in that direction. So we need to make sure that we fix that tunnel, that we replace it either with a bridge or with another tunnel, so we can make that economic link work as efficiently as we possibly can. And it's a really important, a really difficult bottleneck, but it's time we got around to fixing it. We're not going to demolish it before we build something new. I can promise you that. That's number one. But number two, we have to talk to the local community first. So it could be a bridge, it could be another tunnel. We haven't even really gotten to the concept stage and nailing that part down. So we're going to go and talk to local communities. My officials are out now doing that. And then hopefully we'll be able to move quickly on it. I would like to get this underway sooner rather than later. I want to have it delivered within the next 10 years, but that means we have to start planning it now. It's going to be a difficult and expensive project. There's no question about it. That's why it's one of the last pieces of the Pacific Gateway to be done, because it's one of the most difficult and most expensive, but we can't let it go any longer.